Hello, my friends, we're back. Doing Marrakesh mission. Let's play the briefing here.
Good afternoon, 47. Your destination is Marrakesh, Morocco, where civil riots are looming.
I actually don't know what we're going to be doing here.
Targets are private banker Klaus Strandberg
Haven't
and Army General
got
Reza
a
Zidane.
pre-planned idea like on Sapienza.
To overthrow Morocco's fragile government. Strandberg, a former bank CEO who stole billions of dollars worth of savings
I think we'd
from
probably
the
try
Moroccan
to
people, was facing trial for investment fraud.
use maybe
But
oil
early this
canister
morning,
and
a band of heavily
propane
armed
tank.
mercenaries freed Strandberg from his
Some sort of
prison
accident
transport,
like
resulting
that.
in the death of several police officers. Strandberg now takes refuge
At least
at
that's
his
what I'm
native
thinking right
Swedish
now.
consulate, in front of which crowds of angry protesters have gathered, demanding his handover to Moroccan authorities. We believe General Zidane orchestrated Strandberg's escape to infuriate the public and spark nationwide riots, allowing Zidane to impose martial law. Operating out of a field HQ at a nearby abandoned school, he will no doubt use the riots to depict the Rabat government as weak and inept, and persuade the general staff to support a fully fledged military coup in the name of national security. Our client, building contractor Hamilton Lowe, who stands to lose a
building
fortune in
contractor.
government contracts, has
Yeah,
hired
okay.
us to prevent the coup d'etat. To do so, you need to paralyze Zidane's rebel forces and prevent the riots from escalating further, hence the double contract. This
Yeah,
is quite
the,
the political powder cake, 47,
military
so be careful.
target
The fate
in the whole
of a
area.
nation is at
Kind of
stake.
tough to deal
will
with,
leave
but I
you
think
to
we can figure something out. I know of a couple ways of sneaking in. I'm trying to think, how did I actually do this before? Definitely done this, so that's the ways I want to avoid it. Oh, I poisoned him. I snuck in. I hid in the prisoner's chair, I think. Maybe not necessarily, actually. Maybe I just hid away somewhere. Anyway, I think I poisoned him. I think. Him. Oh, I remember. I knocked out, like a cleaner. I knocked out, I think, an army guy. And then I poisoned him as well. I think I poisoned both of them. So we won't be doing that. We'll try to come up with something new in this case. Let's maybe go for a short baller on this one. What would feel fitting? Because it's quite warm for me here. I was getting a bit worried if I was going to miss one, but I'm making sure I don't. Maybe some overalls like this works. Definitely not using bombs like this. No poison. I was thinking oil canister. I don't know where that is though. Do I have to bring it in a container maybe? I think probably. Don't really know. Yeah, okay. Don't know about this container actually. What about just a toolbox? And then it's a tool, I'm guessing. Yes. Just trying to think if we need to get past any keycard hackers. Or any, well, keycards. So that would need a keycard hacker. Maybe, maybe not. Yeah, I'm kind of feeling no. Let's not do that, actually. But then what do I want to do? It's not so obvious. I really wouldn't mind like a sedative syringe. Just to knock out some random guy, I guess. What is this? Very quiet gun, like a airsoft gun or something. Don't know if we really want anything like this. Okay. Yeah, I'm not so convinced by any of these, really. Maybe rope. Yeah, I think we should start taking the rope. That's going to be something I want to have potential to use, at least sometimes. So yeah, I mean, it's quite hot here still. It's a little cooler than it has been.
The situation grows more
But,
tense by the minute. The consulate is under lockdown, but the protests are only a
need to make sure
throw
I'm
away from full-blown riots.
not missing any days here, so I'm,
won't hesitate to unleash his troops.
you know, I'm
So
here
whatever
now,
you're
so I'm
planning,
recording
time
this.
is of the essence. Good luck, 47.
Pretty sure.
Weird.
No, I've kind of started in the other area to what I was thinking here. I think it's this way. Our item. Yes, it is. I just saw that it's actually on the map. Okay. Okay, so is it actually right here? Okay. Who do we go for first? Okay, you know what? Now that we've passed Sapiens and we just take out targets and then save, we can really compartmentalize these two targets. That's very nice. I was actually kind of thinking, I don't know now. I don't know. Do I want the oil spill? I don't know.
Sir, you are not authorized to be here. Move along.
Okay, so I know of a couple ways to sneak in here. Well, I've already messed this up.
Keep going. Glad I made it, sir.
Okay, hold on. So there's two ways. There's one way where you can get round the side entrance, I think.
Welcome to Marrakesh,
And then I think there's one where you can get around the other side, actually. You know, I just had a tango here, so I'm trying not to make any noises. Well, other than speaking, that is. I need to make sure we sneak around that side entrance properly. I'm trying to think if there's... what really are our options. So one option is the tunnel that goes underneath to the stairway, which then there's a guard up there. Might just be able to choke with that guard though, is the thing. I'm just trying to think here. We could choke the guard. I think it's a bit risky though. I think what's going to be more stable here. See, so a key card would really help. I also hear a camera. I don't really know where that is. I do hear a camera though. Okay, we need some sort of explosive to get through here, I think. Yeah. So maybe we just try jumping from the other side, maybe? There's a car park. Kind of want to see if it's possible to... because we're just testing here, I'll try to make a save at different points here. There is a camera like right here, so let me actually just save here. Well, good, I made a save, I guess. It's not so easy to see that one. think the way around here is going to be a bit like this. So, we don't really want to go through the car park, I don't think. So let's try to shoot the camera here.
You made it.
Go down to
Impressive,
hide
47.
here.
Now to locate Klaus Strandberg.
That is not so good. Well, actually, this is the way up I was talking about before, actually. I kind of heard a pop. Hopefully that's not anything to do with the audio, really. I really want to see in there. I can't remember where the computer for the camera recordings is exactly here. Is it in there anywhere? Doesn't look like it. It's probably just going to be on a table somewhere. Anyway, ideally, we would just literally just walk in the front door here. Let's see what's going on. Let's wait for him to look away and then try and get across here. I mean, we can kind of do anything just to scout the level out here. Kind of choked myself there. Don't know why. But what we really want is to know what's going on. When it comes to the recordings, we really have to figure out where the recordings are. How do I get around this guy? Sneak through here. Pretty sure there's cameras here. Maybe I'm off by that. Okay, so I have to reload here, but let me see if there's cameras recording stuff in here.
Hey, man, what are you doing here? Alright, sir, let's go. You did this to yourself.
Okay, there's no camera recording stuff in here. Hold on, so I literally can't even walk in here. Like, if I walk in here, they will say it's trespassing. Okay, it's quite important to know, actually. I was planning on walking through the front door and they would kind of expect me to just be there, but don't think that's really going to work. Just trying to think now then. I think there's only two ways to do this then.
You made it.
Technically I didn't get caught there, but
Now to
I don't know,
locate
it's a little
Klaus
bit
Strandberg.
awkward. Running through here. I think down here there's a kind of way around. Have to leave the toolbox behind, but don't think that's going to be too bad. I mean, this is not the easiest way to get around here. Feel like I need to shoot the camera from all the way down here. Not too bad, not too bad. Not gonna be so easy to trick this guy, I feel like. Let's chuck it somewhere. Hopefully this guy goes for it.
Find out what that was.
Roger.
Now I need to go quick.
X.
I'm at the door. As you can see, keycard thing. Why did I get rid of my keycard hacker? Okay, so this is not the way probably to do this. I feel like this is basically the same way I did it when I did it on my own, I think. So ideally I wouldn't do it this way, so let me try to think if there's maybe a different way of doing it. I've got an idea, I've got a couple ideas actually here. One is kind of crazy, where I just shoot like crazy at the window and then shoot a lethal poison at him. That, I feel like it could actually work. It seems very crazy, but I feel like it could work, you know. I'm not so convinced anymore. I've come out to look at it. I'm not so convinced. I wonder if you poison this, if anything happens.
7 billion, my friends. That is how much this psychopath from affluent Scandinavia has pilfered from the citizens of Morocco.
Can I just quickly see if this is a guy?
Doing to protect us from the white.
That's it. Let loose on that.
There's nothing. There's seemingly nothing going on really with this. They just still started shooting me. Not too surprising, but you know, there we are. Got sweat in my eyeball. Above my eye. With tissue. Okay. So, I'm trying to think. Let's say we're saying no car park. I think maybe that's a little too strict. I think what we do is we go car park, but we need to try to go through the steps, which is kind of the slightly tougher way of doing it, I would say, probably. I feel like actually just loading rather than waiting for this. As I'm saying, I mean, this is mostly just going to be planning. Because it's still pretty hot for me.
You made it. Most
I can't do it as a long,
Now to locate Klaus.
and I don't really want to therefore do it too long if I'm not really in the right frame to do it. I mean, this is probably going to be someone going to come in here, I'm going to guess. Then I sneak up behind him and whack him with a hammer. Okay, there we are. I don't really know what this achieves at the moment. Don't really like the foot poking out. I don't really like the angles here. Yeah, don't really like how he's looking at all here. Oh, okay, that's got to be good enough here, I think. Okay, so it's still off, apparently. Maybe I chuck a hammer down the stairs, maybe he'll see the briefcase. That's kind of my
If we
hope.
get a possible situation, we'll report right back. Over.
Let's just see what happens here. Okay, it's not really noticed anything, really.
Forget about it. Who cares anyway?
Okay, sisters, who cares about it?
Hey, you're under arrest. Stand still.
And that didn't really
What
work.
are you doing here? Not in the face. Hey, you! Intruder! No! Please, no!
Not the best situation, really. Pistols are a bit easier to use, actually. Just trying to figure out if there's any maybe better way
Stop moving now.
to do this. I'm kind of feeling that this tunnel doesn't really help us at all, basically. I mean, maybe theoretically you could... Whoa, there was kind of some tearing there from what I was seeing. Don't think this is really very useful. Hypothetically, I guess you could hide bodies just piled up in this area, maybe? I don't know, I guess so. I may as well disguise as a guy, right? Like a soldier. Okay, so I've got oil, which is kind of tough to do anything special with, really. Doesn't look like there's anything important in here, really. Just trying to see if there's like a way to deal with the cameras easily enough here.
I'm not sure I've seen you before. Who are you?
You know,
Stay where you are.
okay, he's now chasing me. I'm just gonna run away. Okay, I mean, propane. It's not too bad. You know, if I could get in here, I could maybe sneak through the other door. But anyway, let's just say somehow we sneak in here, whatever. How does this actually go for us?
So, you clear on the emergency procedure?
In case of a security breach, I hit the manual alarm button, which triggers the evacuation protocol. It's pretty straightforward, sir.
Okay, Ace. If you're not worried, I'm not worried.
That was Connie Engstrom.
I think that's what we do, you know. Let me say, hypothetically, I just start shooting like crazy up here. Okay. That is what that is. What I'm thinking is, let's say I did do that, then I would go through the tunnel, right? Then what I could maybe do is hide, say, in here, and just wait for them to run by. I think they go through here. I'm gonna guess that's the case anyway. I mean, is that the case? I'm not really seeing any movement by this guy.
What's up with you, big guy?
Okay, are they moving the target or not? I feel like they are not. Guess what? I'm kind of curious if there
It is
is
not fair. It is
some way
You
to
can't
do
keep
this.
me in here under these circumstances. If I had known. Well, that's what it says. Okay.
You see, because there are shots, but they aren't evacuating this guy.
Oh well.
I need to know how to trigger the evacuation. I think that's going to be the way to solve
You know this
this.
fella? What's his problem, really?
Doing okay? Good.
Ah, there is a camera in here. I'm pretty sure, like a camera system. Well, I didn't really want him to shoot there. All I'm trying to think about is how to trigger the evacuation. I don't think I have a bomb or anything.
Massage expert Connie Engstrom.
I don't know, I would have thought that they would have all kind of ran off because of that, but they didn't. This is kind of the trick to get through here, really, I think so. Crowbar? Maybe not. I still feel like this is going to be the way through. If I can get through here, I can definitely do it. The only problem is it's going to be very similar, I think, to how I did it before. So ideally, I wouldn't do it that way. I wonder, maybe I could. Just trying to think, maybe what I could do. Not too sure actually here. Just trying to think of how to do this. I think I could propane the area he walks when he's alone and then shoot that and blow him up with propane. Which I guess counts as a accident, I guess. So no one cares when they find him. I'm sure I've got different tools. I need to go to the replan mission area here. I'm already mentally really not quite with it, so I'm probably gonna have to end way earlier than I wanted to. I will say, I did have a big arch burger from McDonald's, which I never had. It's kind of in between a Big Mac and a Quarter Pounder, I guess. That's all I really did today. It's just been a pretty hot day. Just sipping ice, drinks, and yeah, had the burger. That was kind of it. Now, tools. Key hacker could be important here. Just trying to think if there's any reason to have a screwdriver, any reason to have a wrench, any reason maybe to have a taser. I could hypothetically shoot a water cooler, and then maybe if he walks next to it, I could trigger the taser and electrocute him. I don't know. I don't even know if that's possible. Hypothetical, I guess, though. Influential duck. Now this, I believe, would make him ill. I believe this makes him shoots out emetic, and then he feels ill. He goes to the toilets, and then I guess we drown him. I guess. That could work, actually. I do think that could work. I do think that could work. Yeah, it's probably actually the best plan I've got so far here. Is there anything else? I'm not really thinking so, no. Yeah, I mean, this could work. Similar, maybe, is to have... I mean, it wouldn't be this gun, it would probably be something I would smuggle or something, but it would be a... I don't actually think I have it. I wanted the emetic or lethal shooting gun, but I don't actually think I have it. Okay, so this could work. Just trying to think if there's anything like really obvious I'm missing here. Could I maybe... Why? I just noticed when I speak like this, for some reason it just sounds way different. This is kind of how I normally would speak, which is how my instruction says to speak, by the way. But when I speak like this, it it kind of feels, maybe this is more ideal, actually. Is there a way... Hold on, I feel like I'm... No, that should be about fine, actually. Is there a way for this to be the setup? I actually don't know. I will mention a subscribe button. I need to actually pronunciate this. A subscribe button does exist if you have forgotten. Okay, back to what I'm saying. This is really interesting to me because my instruction says to speak like this, but as you can tell, it sounds so different than when I speak like this. I feel like this is better, I think. It may not sound it on this one because it's going to have the settings for this one, so this might sound slightly better. Maybe, I don't know, probably sound quieter. But yeah, this is probably a little bit more of how it should sound, actually. Very interesting to me. I'm gonna go back to this for the rest of this. I probably will check that moment to see if I'm gonna switch to doing it that other way. I think I probably will. But yeah, so I am trying to think of ways of doing this. The one way I'm really thinking at the moment is to somehow trigger the evacuation, at which point I'm gonna try to load my save here. But I'm gonna try
Welcome to Marrakesh, 47.
I'm gonna try to make the evacuation happen, which then hopefully, just trying to think about this, hopefully after we make the evacuation happen, what comes after that is obvious enough how to capitalize on in order
You made
to
it. Most impressive, 47. Now to
make
locate
something
Klaus
happen. So let's
Strandberg.
charge through here. Whoa. Okay. If I get the soldier outfits, what I'm thinking then is after we get the soldier outfit, we should then, let me choke this guy, I think. We should just see what the guy specifically says about starting the evacuation. That's kind of where I'm at right now. Just listen to the dialogue, and hopefully it kind of gives us the insight we need to do this a more novel way, because I know one way I could do it, but I can't be repeating what I know, so let's not do that. Instead, listen to what this guy says to him.
So, you clear on the emergency procedure?
In case of a security breach, I hit the manual alarm button, which triggers the evacuation protocol. It's pretty straightforward.
Okay, Ace. If you're not
It's dropped. Did we hit him? Or is he just
Copy
hiding?
in Central. Think we got him.
Okay, I need to just see. What's going on with this?
We need to get him out of cover.
Do you know what I'm thinking? I think there's probably just a big red button somewhere, which if we press it, it starts the evacuation. That's now my main guess.
Shit, he's right there.
Sky's ruined. Let me try go through this way. I've got one idea. This is not the best place to be, I don't think.
Joker's ass.
No! I just need to know specifically where the button is, that's the problem. I think that's what I'm going to end with, I think. I'm going to figure out where the button is, at which point I will probably know how
You made
to
it. Most
trigger
impressive, 47.
what I'm trying to do
Now
here.
to locate Klaus Strandberg.
They probably don't really want an army guy walking around up there, I'm gonna guess. Propane. Don't really mind that.
Hey, pacify the.
Whatever. So let's just try to go through here. Fire alarm. Does this work? Gonna guess no, but let's
Yeah, come in,
see.
Central. I'm at the location now, and we're clear. Nothing going on here. Out.
My eyeball just made a gross sound there. Don't know if that got picked up or not, because my eyeball was right next to the mic as well.
Central, I'm reading you 5 by 5. Area is clear.
5 by 5?
Seating the next location. Out.
So he was talking about...
This is bullshit. There's nothing going on out here. I'm coming home.
He was talking about some
No.
red button to press, something like that, so... I'm not too sure. Press the fire alarm. That hasn't seemed to do anything really.
No.
Hey man, state your business here. What's up?
Me. I'm here now, and quiet on the western front. Nothing to report. Out.
There just doesn't seem to be any obvious like emergency button anywhere. I would feel like the emergency button would be near the guy who was told he needs to press the button in an emergency. But it feels like he's nowhere near the button, so I don't quite understand that.
Jesus Christ!
Nope, nothing here. Nothing here either. I mean, I'm so tempted to speak like this now, since I somehow stumbled into this. Anyways, let me just try to figure out what's going on with this emergency button. I mean, it seems not to be anywhere. Or maybe the fire alarm was it? Do you know what? It seems like the fire alarm did it. It does seem like the fire alarm did it, so I think... I don't know, I kind of want to test this. I now want to just test this, and then we can call it at that, I think. Because if all I need to do is get into that area and hit the fire alarm, I think we've got a serious avenue to do this one.
You made it. Most impressive,
We just
47.
kind of
Now
need
to
to figure out how
locate
to
Klaus Strandberg.
sort it out after dealing with that section.
Intruder, stand still!
Don't really appreciate that.
I lost him! Damn it, he got away!
You know,
Man, I think our guy is somewhere around here.
try and lob this at his head. He left.
Some guy is being a nuisance to everyone. We need to stop him. So who's our guy? Copy that.
I mean, it shouldn't have happened like this, so I'm kind of tempted to just restart this.
Command, area is...
Yeah, I think we just restart here. Because all I need to do is test the fire alarm. If the fire alarm does actually... I can't help but feel like this is going to just sound so much better. So I'm in up
You made it.
speaking over
Most
here
impressive,
more.
47. Now
Not
to
too
locate
sure
Klaus
if this
Strandberg.
is sounding better. I'm going to guess it is. But I don't actually know. Anyway, let's go back to regular, which I'm going to guess does not sound very good in comparison, but you know, I don't know just yet, so we'll figure that out at some point. All we need to know is if getting through there and pressing the button is going to be helpful. Now I think what this also suggests to me is if we're going to do it this way,
Back on. Son of a...
okay, whatever. I think we're going to want to do the other target first here, I think, and then deal with the tunnel. Maybe, I guess so, maybe. I don't know, maybe. So the question is, if I stand, let's say, here, am I going to see... What's his name even? Strandberg? Am I going to see Strandberg running down here? And whatever. If I do, it gives us a lot of opportunity to do a lot of things. I mean, we could potentially use a concussive and knock out everyone as they're running through. Hypothetically. We could maybe...
That is
Okay, so
Klaus
he is going
Strandberg,
through here.
most wanted man in Morocco.
And I've arrived at the location, and it looks clear. Over. Our weapons hot.
Uh-huh. So, I mean, there's definitely a few ways of doing this. I hope none of these soldiers notice me.
From anybody else. Over.
I feel like one of them's going to notice me, but... let's just see what happens here. Okay, that guy's going to notice me, so let's go this way.
Clear. Please advise. Over.
So what's it, where exactly is he going? Because hypothetically, if this tunnel was completely cleared out, maybe I could use concussion on him, maybe I could flashbang him,
Still looking. No sign of
knock him out, drag him away, dump him off somewhere. Hypothetically, at least.
Roger, Command.
Nothing tangible yet, sir. Still...
Farmer, you did the advanced survey dry run. Now get the perimeter
Okay,
up.
so he's...
We're stuck here.
Well, but I think we need to get him in the mid-time, I think. Hypothetically, if we've completely cleared that out, maybe we could, maybe we could drop like a micro explosive. I'm trying to think. Do you know what we could potentially do? I felt this wouldn't work because it would be too over. It'd be a bit too obvious. But I'm just thinking about maybe a. So there's a couple options. So one is potentially the snail, because as they all run into it, the smoke hits, and it maybe, hopefully, hits all of them. They all get knocked out in the tunnel. Then we pull Strandberg out and just snap his neck or whatever, leave them all piled up right there. I'm probably they're never get seen, but that's going to be the second target anyway. Another option is a breaching charge. I think they're going to see that and go, whoa, what's going on there? You know what I've just thought of is if I use a breaching charge, they're going to go, oh, he's been killed by an explosive, whereas this isn't different because it's a sedative. Concussion device. I want to try something like this. I want to try something like a concussion device, just to see if maybe we can get some use out of something like this, or a remote device, maybe a flash device, because maybe then we could blind him, stab him in the head, dump his body, run away before the blindness even wears off. Might be a bit tough, but that's maybe possible. It's just a normal explosive. It's a concussive, apparently. Okay. What is this one? This one is a bouncy, high, elastic coating. I guess it's an explosive. Let me actually pick this and just start up. Because what I want to see is how bouncy actually is this. Because what I don't think it's going to be too much use here. Probably. Hypothetically, we could maybe bounce this into the general's office, potentially, and then maybe that would... Look, let's just see how bouncy this is to the point.
What the hell?
That is pretty bouncy.
Hey, pick that up. Hey, stay safe.
The first bounce especially, it's really bouncy. Okay, this is a really nice item, actually. I think we actually try, because I want to try sort of novel things, we try and trick shot this somehow into the office of the general and blow him up. No, that's terrible. What am I thinking? You can't do that. Because they're going to find his body and know he's been blown up. It's good for other challenges, not really this one. But I think that, well, I think I'm just gonna go to the menu here. I think that we need to now. I think we know what we're doing with that for the most part, and therefore we need to just go and deal with the general. Figure out how we're gonna deal with him. As I said before, I think I snuck into the interrogation room because he's kind of alone there, and then I killed him somehow in there. I think it's way more difficult to sneak into his office. Potentially what I could do is shoot him with a... Let me show this in the inventory here. Shoot him with a... No, I don't have it again. I might have to do a mid-mission to get this emetic calmer. Man, nearly sneezed. I didn't though. I didn't. Don't know why I said all that. What destination is it that gives us the... We needed it to be rewards only. Which one gives us the emetic gun? Just looking through everything here. Camel 1 tranquilizer, that's still not the right one. Emetic grenade could maybe work. We might have an emetic grenade, so maybe that would be good enough. Well, great, it had to do that, I guess. Just annoying. Yeah, nothing there. Nothing for level 20. I mean, that's gonna be what I was saying at least. I'll keep looking through these, see whether... Okay. Where is the item? I don't need to look through these every time. Not seeing anything. Maybe an emetic grenade would work, but my idea is maybe if we can get into where the general is, chuck an emetic at him. I guess this is now the plan. Do I have an emetic grenade? I'm pretty sure I do. I seem to remember that being one of the ones I wanted to get before we started. So let's see about the emetic grenade. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't, because I kind of remember it might have actually been one of the ones I wanted to get, which we didn't end up actually getting. Potentially. It seems like it. I think that the one that I know how to get is on... It's on the Argentina one. Mendoza. and it's this one, and then it will give you the guru. Is this the one? I thought it was this one. Emetic pen. Maybe it's mastery that gives it to you, actually. No. How do I get the how do I get the emetic grenade from this guy? Not so sure. There is one here. I mean, that's kind of not the same thing, though, is the thing. I don't understand how it's not even shown here. I feel like it is here. I feel like it's this one. It's just not showing it for some reason. Like, I feel like you get 2 rewards for the one thing, I feel like. We might try that to start with then, because that's kind of my go-to plan here is we throw an emetic grenade at the general. Hopefully he goes somewhere fairly alone, in which case I kind of drown him or kick him off a ledge or whatever. Then I sneak away out of the whole military area. I go into the secret tunnel, I guess, and I have to slowly knock everyone out. Then I have to sneak into the stair area in the car park and then hit the fire alarm. Then I have to hide again in the tunnel area. Then, when Strandberg runs by, I somehow kill him. To be decided exactly how. Probably we try with concussion, a concussion grenade. I guess that's going to be the go-to for this one. And I do wonder, is this going to be like way too basey on this side? Or is this the one that's too basey? Because this is supposed to be the way it says to actually speak into it. But for some reason this kind of sounds to me slightly better. Well, maybe I was talking maybe too directly into it anyway. I wonder, is this kind of the same but slightly clearer? I guess it is. Yeah, I feel like probably it sounds better like this than the other way, actually. I will find out, of course. In the meantime, apologies, it's not the sort of video it would have been elsewise, but it's just been too hot, really. I mean, I actually tried to do this video a couple days ago, but what happened was literally the PlayStation, everything just shut down. It wouldn't even go, it was that hot. So that is not a good thing, and I didn't really want to push it, so that's the situation. Anyways, we will be back to continue reviewing our plan for the, not Mendoza mission, the Marrakesh mission. We may do the Mendoza escalation, actually, to start with. Maybe, we'll see. For now, it's been a good episode. I'm very slowly ending it. Goodbye.